Whoa, hey, are you ready for this episode of Steven's Garage 216? I am. Let's get to it. Why me? So I thought this was just going to be an easy swap. So basically I'm stopping the video and showing you any more stuff because I got to a certain point, got it back together, I'm excited, I'm ready to go. And what I did was while the rear end was up in the air, I decided like you should, you check for leaks. I go in the car, I got done bleeding the brakes, got in the car, put it in gear, wanted to let the rear end spin, whatever. First thing I noticed is it's just pouring diff fluid out. I apologize. I was really excited about it. I'm pouring diff fluid all over. Every bit of diff fluid I put in this thing, it's leaking right back out. So, and I can tell it's coming from the tail of the transmission and the front of the diff. And it's like perfectly just pouring right out of there. So that front seal must be no good, or maybe I broke it or dented or something. Whatever, I did something to it, putting it back in the car. So sorry guys, this is the first time I've had a major problem, but it's a learning experience for all of us. I mean, even this is a learning experience for me because I've never really done it before. But I'll see you guys on the next one, man. Ugh. Hey, welcome back to the channel. Steven, that's me, and this is Steven's Garage 216. And in this video, what we're going to do and what we're going to talk about right away is the last video I posted about messing up the rear end on the Corvette, where I went wrong, why there was diff fluid everywhere, and stuff like that. So what I learned, and I think you all learned with me, is don't rush the job, and always compare your old and new parts and everything. And honestly, that would have saved my ass if I would have just done that, and so on and so forth. So let's take a look at the original rear end, the original 273 gear that came out of the Corvette, and I'm going to show you basically I don't have the 342s out of the Vette yet, but I can show you everything you need to know just using the 273 rear end right here and what it's supposed to look like and what are you supposed to do. So if you're going from an automatic car and it's got 273 gears in it, you might have a 315 also, I think, on some of them. But anyway, if you have a 273 gear and you're going to a 342 or something bigger, and you're just using another C5 rear end, this is going to be the differences. So the 342s that we got are out of a manual 6-speed Z06, okay? And let's take a look, and we're going into an automatic that has 273s. Let's take a look at what the rear end looked like when it came out of the car, and what I did wrong. Here we go. All right, so when you pull, I know that's upside down, but you can see that is a 273 rear end right there. So, and that cover goes there. But when you pull it out of the car, out of an automatic, this is what it would look like out of an automatic car. So now, if I would have been paying attention and had this rear end with the 342 sitting here and side by side and looking at this, I would have noticed that there's this big plate here and this seal that sits right there like that. Now, as you can see, taking it out, I wasn't careful. I screwed the seal up. That's not reusable, so I got a new one that's gonna get put in here, and then we can work it. But now it's not that easy, but this actually comes off. Now when you're looking at a rear end from out of a manual transmission car, this is exactly what it looks like when it comes out. It doesn't have that plate on it. This is exactly what it looks like when it comes out of the manual car. So that's where I made the mistake, and that's how I got all kinds of fluid leaking out, because I put a manual rear end on the tail of a automatic transmission and it didn't have that on. Now you might ask, why is that important from manual to automatic and so on and so forth? Well, here's what I have learned, and it's open like this on a manual because the diff fluid and gear oil and all that is shared between the transmission and the rear end. So it doesn't need to be kept separated. That's what I've learned. That's what I was told. It is what it is. But the most important thing here is learning to always compare old and new parts side by side. Again, like I said, I would not have missed this if I did that, and trying to hurry up and rush. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the new seal. Well, we've got to take all the way back apart, but I'm going to get a new seal in here and get this plate pushed onto the 342 rear end, and that's probably going to be a bit of a process, because even though I got nice weather, all the rain and everything that we've had here in the Cleveland area, and I think I'm going to put that into the video because it was crazy driving around in my semi truck and it was just nothing but rain all the time, non-stop for like days. It's created so much humidity that it's supposed to be like 91 here in the Cleveland area today, but it's supposed to feel like 100, like 97 to 100 degrees. So I'm going to be sweating like crazy here in the driveway, and I'm going to get this 342 back out of the Corvette, and that's what we're going to work on right now. So let's get the 342s back out of the rear end and get that plate on it, and there you go. There you have it. You've learned what I learned, and that's the mistake I made. So sorry, we all make mistakes, and that's how we learn. I hope you guys learned and picked up on what I done wrong. So when you go from a automatic rear end and you're putting in a manual, make sure you take that plate off and get it on the car. Well, get it on the rear end, and then you can put it in the car. All right, let's get to it. Let's get this let's get the 342s out and get that plate on and a new seal. Just an example, look. This is 30 minutes later, and it's about to start storming on me. So just gonna have to put this away till tomorrow. Put everything in the garage and call it a night. Man, it's like I live in Seattle now all of a sudden. Well, as you can see, it's gonna rain again here any minute now, even though it stopped. No need for me to get the tools out and try to get this going. So I'll get everything back together and back in the car tomorrow. But for you, that's going to be right here in this video. We're going to finish that up. So let's get to it. Man, all this rain. It's so bad that my little drain is flooded. Rain, rain, rain. Come on, guys, we got to get this done. It's early morning going to work, and I wake up to this. I was going to play hooky and get the seal put in on the rear end, and get everything back together, but it's still rain. I swear it's like I said a couple seconds ago, but for me yesterday, it's like being in Seattle. Nothing but rain all the time. This sucks. Gotta go to work. Alright, I actually got home a little early, well, at least early enough that I've got a couple hours of daylight. It only took me 2 hours to get the rear end back out. Let's see if it only takes 2 hours to get it back in and actually get the tune in and do what I gotta do. So let's turn the camera around. Alright. There it is. We got the new seal on. That's plate is in there good and tight. Just use a hammer and just tin, 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 all the way around, nice and soft. It fell into place. And then I used a big socket that's the same size of the seal. And that's in there nice and flush all the way around. And a little packing grease to make it slide in better. And on the inside here, not a whole bunch, just a little bit. The gear oil will take care of the rest. And threw another fresh coat of paint on it. Man, I'm wasting my time talking. Let's get this thing back in the car right away and filled up with some gear lube and see if we can't get the carriage and everything else back in there. Rolling through Charlotte, North Carolina on my way to Florida, and the kid in me just wanted to go, woo! Alright, so in this week's video, what I'm going to show you first is a continuation of the last video I posted. I'm very sorry that it's been a while since I posted a video, but they are getting there. I do have a lot in the hopper. I've been so busy, but now I'm on vacation, and here I am on vacation. You can only guess where. What state I might be in, and palm trees. I've got some really good news. What we're going to do right now is we're going to get to the continuation and where I messed up on the Corvette for the rear end gears, and what I figured out. And then we're going to continue with the good news on why I'm here in Florida in the Tampa, Bradenton area. And also, we're gonna get to some of the footage from being here, and those will be in other videos. And also, with the rear end gear stuff that you're gonna see in this video, in the next video, I'm gonna post that if you're using HP tuners on 97 and 98 C5 Corvettes, 97 and 98 C5 Corvettes, I'm going to explain to you on how to do the math on your HP tuners to fix your speedo and stuff like that on your new rear end gears if you moved up to like 323, you know, whatever. 97 and 98, what I recently learned through schools, online courses, and things that I've done, there's a kind of a glitch thing there with 97, 98 C5 Corvettes and doing the math for your gear changes and getting the speedo and cruise control, everything lined up properly and not being off. So I'll have the math for you on that and how to get that set up in the next video. But right now I want to get you to the continuation from the last video and how I messed up on the rear end gears. And here, okay, and we're back from watching that now as to what we're doing here in Florida, which I realized I did such a poor job of explaining what city and all that stuff to have you guys guessing. So it's really cool that I'm on vacation this next couple of weeks and what's going on. And what I'm very excited to announce and be happy about is that I get to go to the Freedom Factory. Cletus and James and everybody is having a show that is this Friday at the Freedom Factory, and at first I just bought 2 admission tickets and was happy enough with just getting to be at one of the shows. But then I also saw on the website that there's a place for entering in for a Burnout contest and a non-judged car show. But I actually think that'll be really good for the channel and get to show off a little bit and let people see what we've got going on with the C5. I wish I would have bought a bigger trailer, which you just saw in this video, that would haul 2 cars with the pickup truck, because we would have brought the Camaros, the Camaro down here and the Corvette. That's probably crazy. We'll have to do that next time. But I'm very excited to get to be right here. I'm in Tampa, Florida. We're just a small little jump away from the Freedom Factory and getting to meet Cletus. And I'm telling you, guys, gals, everybody, I'm really excited to get to meet Cletus. If I do, I hope I do, and show off the car a little bit to other fans and people that are there and people that love doing this YouTube thing and stuff like that. So I'm really excited about that. And remember, next week in the video, I'm going to show you stuff that happened from the Freedom. I can't even talk. I'm so excited. In next week's video, or actually, I might not even wait till next week. This Sunday or Monday's video, probably be Monday night. I'll have what happened at the Freedom Factory, car show, the Burnout, all that stuff. I'll show everything that I can on Monday's video. Where we placed, if anything, for the non-judged. I don't even know how that goes. It probably doesn't mean anything at all. It doesn't matter. For me, it's very exciting. Now, did you catch that?
Yes.
I just said for me, and all the lightning went off. That was awesome. We're going to get the Corvette down to the car show. I don't know about doing the Burnout Challenge. I don't have extra tires or anything. And I'm a small YouTuber, so I don't have money like that to be buying tires. Don't forget to check out everything else that's going on. And like I said, we're going to the Freedom Factory. I'm going to show you how to do the math in next week's video for your HP tuners and how to fix your 97, 98 Corvettes, C5 Corvettes, and how to fix the tire gear wizard so that it'll actually read properly. And what you actually go by for your revolutions per mile and all that other stuff. I'll show you all that good math shortly, and we're gonna show off the car, and I'm really excited about that. Sorry for the weather. I really needed to have something for the video. We'll see you next time. Steven's Garage 2 and 6 later.